team, this is Venice, and in this video I want to show you what Copilot within Power BI looks like. As you know, we have a bunch of different Copilots in play, and so I've heard questions from customers exploring, well, what can specifically Copilot in Power BI do for me, right? Why should I get Power BI? Why should I get the certain capacity needed in order to utilize Copilot? In this example, I'm going to explore that with you. I have S64, Fabric 64 SKU in Azure turned on in order to see Copilot within this workspace. And we're going to explore a couple of examples, all within the function of showing off what Copilot can do. And really, the goal of Copilot within Power BI is to help folks understand their data better, right? And be able to ask questions upon their data. So Copilot can see everything within the workspace here, and I can ask questions along the lines of, instead of me going into the report and searching for an answer to a question I have, I'm able to ask Copilot to do that for me to save me time if I don't know where to find it, right? And it really takes search one step further, where you're not searching to narrow down what you're looking for and then finding the answer yourself. The goal is that Copilot helps you find an answer, right? So previously, if I would have searched for Riley Johnson in order to answer the question that I had of how many opportunities has Riley Johnson won, I can ask Copilot that question instead, and I'm still directed towards where I can find more information or where they found that information so that I understand where the data is coming from. Another example of, right, if I would have previously searched for close percentage or product categories, I can ask Copilot what I'm looking for, of what is the close percentage and which product category has the highest close percentage. And I'm given that answer with where to look to find that information as well. So it's helping me navigate, narrow down, search for what I'm looking for. It really takes it one step further though, because oftentimes reports and analytics, right, a user is stuck with what is designed, or they're exporting to Excel to find exactly what they're looking for. Copilot opens that up so that I'm able to ask questions about my data, even if there's not a visualization specifically built to help me identify that. So, for example, which managers have the highest close percentage? Here are the top 3 managers with their respective close percentages. And I'm able to understand who those managers are. But this visualization only shows it at the owner level, right? And each manager has many different sales owners associated with them. I want to zoom out a little bit and understand, how are the owners doing? Are there any differences between owners? Where previously I would have had to export the data on the back end, create this pivot table for myself to be able to view the data how I want to see it, I'm able to ask Copilot to do that for me. So it's summarized the data across the different owners at the manager level. So that really helps me avoid taking the data to Excel, saves me the time that it would take for me to manipulate it myself, and I'm able to get my questions answered right in that context. I'm also able to use Copilot to help me not just find the data that I'm looking for, but help me answer the questions that I'm looking to get answered by coming to this report, right? So I'm not just looking for specific rows of data, but I'm coming here to understand what changes should I be making to how I am handling my sales pipeline and my sales team, etc. So I'm able to ask Copilot questions like, where should we divest sales based on the data that we have, right? Copilot is able to operate across the whole data set and perhaps find relationships and patterns that I can't even see or haven't been built in visually into the report yet. So as Copilot, where should we divest? And it's given me a couple of ideas of, unfortunately, that's suggesting to maybe let some of my salespeople go, look at product categories that have a low close rate, and look at folks that are having a low close rate. So this gives me some ideas of, across all of the visualizations, where should I drill into, and really saves me some time in doing the analytics myself. In a more positive light, I can ask questions like, what could be a mover or a driver to close the opportunities that I have already using the data that you have exposure to, Copilot. And here's some suggestions that it's come up from me. So improving engagement with high performing owners, looking at the sales owners that are closing a lot of deals. Then maybe let's look at our product strategy here. Our data suggests customers show high interest in certain products like an e-reader. Focus can be increased in these areas. And then look at the owner management pairing, right? Who can we pair high performing managers with owners to get better results? So those are some interesting examples of, maybe I would have come across those ideas myself by looking at these reports, maybe not, right? But either way, it saves me time and creates new data-driven insights for the people looking at the report. So takes it a couple steps further from just filtering the report via search. Thank you so much for watching, and please reach out to us to discuss how your organization can utilize Power BI and Copilot. Have a good one.